Welcome back. My name is Coach Chris. I'm a certified Rock City boxing instructor and clinical exercise specialist here at Comber Physical Therapy and Fusion Chiropractic. Today is day 2 of our 5-day workout challenge, and today we'll be focusing on back. So, again, these workouts are going to be short. They're going to be fairly quick. We're just focusing on one body part, and then we're moving on the next day to do something else. This is going to be a 5-day program, so if you're watching this on YouTube, the first 3 days, again, can be done in any order you'd like, and then the last 2 days can be done in any order that you'd like. I do believe that is it. If you have not been cleared to participate in our program by your physician, please make sure that you reach out to your PCP and make sure that you okay yourself for any physical exercise before entering a program. Let's go ahead and start warming up. Today's workout is going to be done either modified or seated or standing, and I'm going to show different versions of each. The format that we're going to follow is I'll show one version, then I'll show the other, and then I'll go into the different sets, and then I'll show different versions and modifications as we go through there. Pick which one works best for you, and then we'll just go from there. The first one we're going to do is a bent over row. I'll show the standing version, or bent over version. You're always going to want to use something to help support your upper body weight. Either for here, so I'm just going to use a chair. And you may need something fairly heavy, so I'm going to use my gym bag. I'm going to weight it down a little bit by placing some extra water bottles. Make sure they're tight. I'm going to stagger my stance with the side that I'm lifting with, which is the side that's closest to you. It's going to be my leg that's back. The other leg is going to be the one that's forward. I'm going to lean forward. I'm going to try to have my shoulders at the same level as my hips, or just slightly higher. The bulk of my weight is going on this hand. I'm not really putting any pressure on my low back. My back is straight. I'm not hunched forward. Go ahead and grab my weight. Starting with it right underneath the shoulder, I'm going to pull it back to where my front pocket would be, and then bring it back underneath my shoulder. This would be the first version. The second version, which would be seated, you may need a little something smaller. I'm going to use my gallon jug of water. Move to the edge of the chair. Turn yourself slightly sideways. Make sure you can hold on to something or place your hand on your knee. I'm going to place the weight right by my front toe. One leg is going to be at a 45-degree angle front. The other one is going to be slid as far back as you can comfortably and slightly out to the side. I'm going to place, for me, I'm just going to place my elbow. You can place your hand as well, whichever you're more comfortable with. And again, it's going to be the same motion, starting with it underneath the shoulder. Pull it back to where my front pocket would be, and back towards your foot. Notice my back is straight, that I'm not hunching forward. So go ahead and pick which one you want to do. I'll demonstrate the progression down as we go through, and we'll go ahead and start our first exercise. We're going to do 3 sets of 10. Again, seated or standing. I'll show the standing version first. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Start with your weight right underneath your shoulder. Your back is straight. Pull the weight to your front pocket and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Now we'll do the other side. Again, the working side, or the arm that's going to be pulling, that leg is back. Chest up, head in a neutral position, back straight, starting with the weight directly by your front foot. Pull it back to your front pocket and forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Little rest, and I'll demonstrate seated. For your weights, anything with a handle will work. Now I've just filled these with water. If these aren't heavy enough for you, you can go ahead and fill them with a combination of sand and water to go ahead and make it a little heavier. Add one more ingredient and you'll have cement. Alright, so for the seated version, if you'd like to do that, one foot is going to be forward, kind of at a 45-degree angle. The other leg is going to be out and to the side, however it's comfortable for you. Place your hand or elbow, whatever you're comfortable with. Make sure your back is as straight as it can be, head in a neutral position, and pull the weight back to where your front pocket would be, and back towards your foot. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Other side. Just shift your weight. Again, front foot about at a 45-degree angle for your leg. The back leg I am kind of bringing out and to the side a little bit. Of course, make sure that you're in the chair stable and that you're not going to slide forward. Place your hand or elbow on your front knee. Bring the weight towards your front foot. And bring it back to your front pocket and back to the foot. 2, 3, make sure your back's straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, I'll demonstrate standing again. If it's easier for you or you're just more comfortable being seated, go ahead and remain seated. I'm going to add a little more weight. And again, I'm going to stagger my stance. The leg that, or the hand that is working, that leg is back. Start with the weight right underneath your shoulder by your front foot, and up, down. Pull it towards your hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And again, back is straight, staggering my stance, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right. Next exercise is going to be an upright row. And again, I'm going to start showing the standing version, then I'll show the seated. If you want to use dumbbells, you can use something lighter or water bottles. The version with just like a dumbbell or a water bottle would be feet shoulder width apart, slightly wider, knees slightly bent, chest up, head up, hands right in front of your hip joint, raising your elbows up as high as you can, and back down. The weight is going to remain fairly close to the body, so I'm not raising it out front, just a straight pull up, right here, and down. The back is kind of a strong muscle, and you're working multiple muscles, so you may require a little more weight, so I'm going to use my duffel bag again. I'm going to get about a 5-inch grip on my handle. Chest up, head up, same thing. Leading with the elbows first. Imagine bringing the elbows up and down. Keeping your chest up, head up. For this exercise particularly, I like to look slightly higher on the horizon to make sure that I don't lean forward. Let's go ahead and do the exercise. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't show the seated version. Pretty much same thing. Feet wide apart, because that's where the weight's going to be. Flat on the floor. You're going to need to be at the edge of the seat. And chest up, head up. Make sure your chair is secure, that it's not going to slide forward or anything. My feet are slightly out in front of me. And same thing, leading with the elbows right here. If I was using dumbbells or water, same thing right here. Hands down between my legs, chest up, head up, leading with the elbows first, coming up and down. Let's go ahead and start. 3 sets of 10. I'll start standing to show that version. If you're comfortable seated, just stay seated. Feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Chest up, shoulders back, head up, and go. 1, leading with the elbows first. 2, 3. Notice 4, that my elbows are always higher than my wrists. I think that should be 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. A little bit of rest, and I'll show the seated version. Moving to the edges. Feet are out in front of you and wide apart. Chest up, head up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Rest for a second. Get a little bit of water. Next version I'll show standing. Again, if you're more comfortable staying seated, stay seated. Again, I'm going to grip about 5 to 6 inches apart. Chest up, head up, and leading with the elbows first. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Moving on. Third exercise. Lat pull. Now, not all of us have bands, so I want to demonstrate some slightly different versions. What you will need is a towel, t-shirt, jacket, anything so that you can just give a little bit of a pull and have a little bit of resistance. I'll show the 2 different versions. One would be seated. Again, keeping your chest up, head up. You're gonna have probably about 1.5 feet of material between both hands. Again, I'm using a towel, you can use a t-shirt, you can use a cable, anything you'd like. Make sure you have a good grip. Chest up, head up. I'm gonna pull apart, and as I'm pulling apart, keeping my elbows back, I'm lowering it down right underneath my chin. Almost like I'm imagining myself doing a pull-up. As I come down, my chest is going to come up to meet the towel. My shoulder blades are down and back, and I'm squeezing my back. So right through here. I'll go up and stand up, just kind of showing the motion from the back. Make sure you have a little tension. Chest up, head up. As you pull down, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades back and together. All right, that's one version. The other one is going to be lying down. Again, you can go to the floor or you can do this on your bed. same position. Hands are going to be in front. I'm going to pull the towel tight, raise it up about 2 to 3 inches, pull it towards my chin. As I bring it down, I'm going to lift my chest up just slightly and back out. Those are the two versions. Lying down is definitely harder. So I'll show first seated, and then we'll move to lying down. Seated, I'm going to move about to the center of the chair. Feet are going to be flat on the floor. A little wider than shoulder width apart. Hands up. Give a little bit of tension to the towel. Chest up. Gradually pull down towards your chin. As you pull down, squeeze. Giving a little bit of tension in your back and up. And 2. Up. 3. Up. 4. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Continually pulling those, giving a little pressure, pulling out. 9. All right. A little bit of rest. I'll show it from lying down. At the whole time, you're giving a little bit of tension on the towel, pulling it apart. Hands up. Give a little pressure, pulling apart. Elevate your hands, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And rest. Again, you can either do this seated or lying down. I'll show the last version lying down again. Hands out front. Pull your hands apart. Elevate them and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. All right. Back hyperextensions. Again, two versions. The easier of the two would be seated. Go ahead and grab something for weight. Usually the flatter and wider it is, the better. For me, I'm just going to use my gallon of water. I'm going to hold it to my chest. Place my hands across my chest. Sitting about in the middle of the chair, my feet are way out in front of me. Feet are flat. Keeping my back straight, I'm going to lean forward till my elbows touch my knees and come back. Now, some people may not need a weight, in which case you just bring your hands across your chest, back straight, lean forward, and back. Now, it's difficult to see, and I don't know if I can actually show you a good angle in this chair. I'm going to move way to the edge, which isn't what I want you to do, but I think the arms will obstruct your view. As I bring my chest up, I'm sticking my butt out so that my low back is straight. When I'm bending at the hip joint, not my low back, so that as I come forward, my low back is straight. So I don't want you bending at the mid-back and just curling forward. I want your back to be straight, bend way down at the hip, lean forward and up. Our advanced version would be lying down. And again, you can bring your hands by your ears, hands by your shoulders, or hands by your chest. By your ears, it's going to be difficult. By your shoulders, it'll be a little easier. By your hips, it's going to be easier. What you'll do, take a breath in. As you exhale out, lift up the chest, and then come back down and relax. Back hyperextensions. All right, so now we'll start. We'll do 3 sets of 10. I'll demonstrate the first seated with no weight. Chest up, head up, hands across your chest, and go. 1, 2, straight, 3, 4, 5. Again, remember your low back should not be bending, it should be at the hip. 1 more. There we go. All right, I do the same thing now with a little bit of weight. I'm just going to hug it, hold it close to my chest. Feet are going to come way out, feet flat on the floor, chest up, head up, and lean forward, back straight, and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Something you may want to practice. When you lean forward and having your back straight, if you have a broom handle or anything that's straight, to make sure that your low back is straight, you should be able to rest a straight board or broom handle across your back. Notice that it touches my neck, my shoulders, and it should touch my butt. I'm not arcing forward or rounding my low back. Just something to practice. Now I'll show you the same thing. This is a more advanced movement, but laying down prone. Again, hands by your ears, shoulders, or thighs. And ready? Up, down. 2, 3, 4, lifting up the chest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Prone arm extensions. First, I'll show the seated version. You're going to sit in the middle or towards the front. Again, feet are going to be way out in front of you. Both feet flat and apart. You're going to lean forward. Again, bending at that hip, not your low back. Low back should be straight. Chest is up, head is up, or at least in neutral. I'm going to start with my hands down by my knees. And nice and gentle, I'm going to bring my arms back as far as I can. Both arms are straight. Squeezing a little bit at the top and coming down. Just so that you can see from the back what the view is, what the motion would be. I'm bringing my arms straight back. As I'm bringing my arms back, kind of squeezing my back, I feel some tension of the muscles flexing and contracting and back. That is the seated version. If you wanted to add dumbbells or weights, same thing. Lean forward, back is straight. As you come back, nice and smooth, arms are straight. Bring your arms back and forward. All right. The prone version, you know what? Let me grab a towel too. Ideally, a towel, pillow would be helpful. Something to place your forehead on so that your neck can relax. Hands are going to be down by your side. Same motion. Bring your arms back and down. All right, so let's start the exercises. 3 sets of 10. I'll demonstrate first by being seated. Feet are going to come way out front. Chest up, head up, lean forward, hands up slightly in front by your knees, chest up, and come back and forward. Arms back and forward. And 3, and 4, 5, chest is up, head up, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Let's move on to the next. I'll show the version laying down. Head is resting on the pillow so my neck can relax. Hands facing palm up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm just going to rest for a second. One more set, and that will complete the workout. I will show a bonus round for those of you who do have TheraBands or elastic tubing. So go ahead and stick around, and I'll show that right after this last set. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And that's the workout. I showed versions of both standing and seated, different ways to modify things. Really, the only thing that's limiting you is your imagination. So there's lots of different ways to do these exercises. There's YouTube that you can come up with different versions. Let's go ahead and show you some of the things that we can do with tubing. Now, just your standard tubing or TheraBand. Of course, first you're going to inspect it. Look for wear and tear. Make sure that it's not cracked, frayed, or ripped. Now I'm going to anchor it in a doorway. What I've done, just taking your standard dress sock, which I have lots of, only one of them anyway, the matches are disappeared. Just tied it in a knot at one end, and I'm going to use that to secure in the doorway. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. Well, let me see if I can do this one-handed. Just going to put that in the doorway. I think I can do this. Oh, there we go. Shut. All right. Hold you right there. Now, if you're with a partner and you're doing this seated, they have a good strong grip. You're going to come back so that you have a little bit of resistance. Arms are going to be straight, chest up.